A lot of people talk about finding your obsession. Once you find your obsession, then you'll be able to do whatever you can. Like, it's a weird obsession, and for a long time, I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what, like, people were saying they were obsessed with their work, and if they didn't do it, it felt weird, and like it was just an obsession. But it was only till I was in my last year of high school, senior year, that I joined wrestling, that I found out what that obsession, what that feeling, because it's a feeling, and it's so beautiful and like crazy, and nobody understands you when you're obsessed with that goal. When I joined wrestling at the beginning of my senior year, I had a goal, and it was to become the best possible wrestler I can be in 1 year. And I obsessed over that. I obsessed. I trained. I did more than what I needed to do, and I kept trying to become better. I went to extra practices. I worked the hardest. I tried working my absolute hardest in practice, trying to work harder than everyone else. I put a stress on me that, like, I have to be the best. I'm not doing enough. I told myself I was not doing enough when I was doing more than the average. And I kept killing myself. And I did become the best possible wrestler I could be at the end because I was obsessed. I was That was the first time I've ever felt obsessed. That was the first time I felt what an healthy obsession is to achieving something. And it was amazing. It was the most beautiful thing because that is all I would think about, being better at wrestling. Every action I took was for wrestling. Everything I did was for wrestling. The only thing that was on my mind was wrestling. I would breathe, eat, sleep, dream wrestling. And I was obsessed. I was doing anything possible so I can get better. And that was the first time I felt obsessed with it, doing all this but not feeling like I was doing enough, feeling like I was still behind. I realized what what that obsession is, and why so many people are telling you find what you can be obsessed with, and then with that you can make a lot of progress and achievements, whether that be financially, spiritually, or in a relationship. Finding out what that one thing that you can be obsessed about, which you can work so hard on, harder than every single person in the world. That is the key. That is the key to becoming the best version of yourself. That is the key to achieving much more than you think was capable of. I never knew I was such a hardworking person until I was obsessed with that. When I become obsessed with something, I realize that I can be the hardest working person I know. But in that obsession of achieving something, the second time was probably when I ran my marathon, when I ran 30 miles. I was so obsessed with reaching that 30 miles that that's all I thought about. I was training, working hard, and then I achieved it. It's having these periods of realizing what it is that you can be super obsessed about and working towards that and seeing how you can bring that into other aspects of your life. It's You have to try a lot of different things so you can find out what you are obsessed with about. You have to find out and trial and error. And soon you'll be able to find out what you are obsessed about. When you're obsessed about something, obsessed about achieving something, then you'll be able to do such amazing, beautiful things. That's what I believe. That's kind of the first time I've seen what obsession is, how I was able to actually do it. And it was beautiful, it was amazing. And I'm proud of myself for what I had accomplished. But now I have to find a new obsession to become greater. Strive for improvement, not perfection. Work your absolute hardest and become the greatest you.